All right, I think we live. I think we are actually live over there. Science and technology. That's right. Good. All right. So I do believe we are. Quality is excellent. It said. Is the sound okay or? Yeah, the sound is okay. This is good. All right. So basically, I was supposed to have a call with my group. Um, they all actually decided not to join the call, so I'm making a live actually on YouTube because I miss streaming. I actually was streaming quite often before, almost daily, and I wanted to present it something that I've actually been using in actually the AI space, which is actually using actually Claude Code. And you potentially have actually heard about it if you've seen this replay at one point. Um, you might have heard about something called Ralph Wiggum, which is actually that's been created by Geoffrey, an Australian dude, Geoffrey Huntley, who actually has discovered an option or a way to actually have continuous development easily using a simple bash loop. And that's the whole idea. So there's a lot of people who actually are trying to achieve continuous development and actually burn as many tokens as possible with actually their Cloud Code subscription, and goes into a very weird state where I'm not saying this is the wrong approach. I'm just saying that like it seems to be very complex, where they give actually memory, where they give actually prompt harness and Claude.md, and then you have actually agents.md. Very interesting story from Geoffrey as well, where we're saying about agents with a S.md compared to the other option that was actually agent.md. So basically, OpenAI and all those big players, Anthropic, decided to settle on a specific name, which is actually agent.md, no S over there. But ultimately speaking, this has been very complex to realize and to get working, while Geoffrey find out actually the Ralph Wiggum style, which is simply, if I'm looking to loopship, which is actually what I created, my version of the Ralph loop, basically, what I'm doing here is that I'm actually just getting a script that's going to actually initiate a loop and analyze and create the PRD. So I wanted to give this a test. Over there, I wanted to just quickly, here is the loop. That's actually basically the whole loop over there, where I want to give a test, and I'm going to do a test live. So basically, I have my terminal open from here. I have actually a folders. I have nothing on the folders over there. I'm using actually Super Whisper. And basically what I want to do out of there is, and I have obviously loopship installed. So if I do loopship --help, that's actually how the loop work. Basically we do a loopship init. We passing the PRD, or we passing the feature we want to actually create. Under the hood, the loop gonna actually create a PRD.Johnson, and that's actually the key over there. I'm gonna explain how this works, and basically I'm gonna then have the loop running using actually Cloud Code in this case, right? One of the very important option here, or what we're gonna do on during this test, would be actually to get, and what we want to do is to actually have a PRD where basically in one context, so under 170,000 token, you don't have 200 token, 200,000 token available on the context windows with actually Cloud Code, because you have actually some kind of harness option that's been actually done by by Anthropic. You have like 170k, but basically what we want to do, what we want to keep actually from there, is we want to be able to have everything happening, every feature basically designed within one context windows per story. When I say per story, meaning that like you're gonna see how this is gonna work. We're gonna create it from a prd.md, so a prd.markdown. We're gonna then create the loop is gonna create itself. So loopship gonna create a prd.json following the format over there, like a specific JSON format. And each of those formats is supposed to run into one single context windows. So there is no missing interpretation of the loop. And then the loop gonna run a set amount of time, like an iteration amount of time. So in this case, max iteration is going to be 25 by default. That's actually how loopship worked. And the system going to go through each story all the time. And then at one point, when we pass all the tests and everything, we're going to output like a done. And then that's the signal to say for the loop to go through the other second story iteration, basically. So I have an idea what I want to do here. I want to say I'm going to actually create, you know what, I'm going to do this, right? And I'm using it Super Whisper. I have a very, very specific or very, very simple idea in mind. I never done an Electron app before. I want to test that, and I'm going to do this live. Actually, I want to see how this is going to go. I don't know if we will be able to do that on the stream. I want the stream to be like under 30 minutes. Just want to see actually how that's going to work. So I'm using Super Whisper to basically dictate my PRD over here. I want you to build a Snake Electron app where basically the user will be able to play the Snake, the video game called Snake, and actually have high score and a leaderboard option. I could have typed this, obviously, but that's the whole idea. So here, what I want to do is I want to say, okay, the app need to be an Electron app that run on Mac. We need high score, full control, movement, and some cool game animation. All right. Basically, I have a PRD now on this, right? I have a prd.md file. What I can do is I can actually just basically create, I'm going to actually open loopship back again on my side. And we're going to actually just create from there, we can actually do an init based on the actual, just trying to find out over there, right? So we can do it this way. So I can do loopship dash, well, we don't have to do dash, we can do actually init, and then I can do prd, what was the name, prd.md, right? This is supposed to actually now, if everything goes well, all right, that's good. I'm gonna have to fix that actually over here, and I'm gonna run this again one more time. What I'm gonna do, and guess what? I'm going to actually use Claude to actually troubleshoot this with me together. Not there. Let me actually do this over here. All right, let's see from there. I'm going to actually just troubleshoot what's happening here. We can then actually see, I can see the issue. It's trying to actually load the prompt from the data, but it doesn't exist. Okay. Let's see from there. I pushed this update actually that read the PRD file, and that's actually maybe, oh, you know what? Hold on a minute. Let me see something. This is not this project. Let me close this. You know what? I do this. Maybe that's the prd.md. No, okay, still not. Right. This is better. Let's find out. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, so meanwhile this is actually fixed. Okay, so um mm-hmm. I think I need to rename this actually to prd.md. We made the feature actually that was supposed to be. Let me do this. We actually push this over there. Oh, sorry. I realize you actually don't see much what's happening here. Not this. No, 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 no. Just this over here. Potentially, yes. That's better. Mm-hmm. All right, let's actually fix this. Let's actually ship that as well. Let's push this to prod at one point. This is a feature I actually added without testing before. As you see, you need to understand as well the structure of the code. That's actually something very important. Um, It's a lot of emoji for my style actually, but hey, let's see, let's see from there how that's gonna go. All right. Okay, that's good. I like the fact that we have the CLI now being actually returned with the PRD modification. That's good. So again, the loop is actually just a PRD.Johnson that are actually pulling story. And I'll show you what I meant by story over there. I've actually created one example, which is actually hello world. If you go to the PRD.Johnson from this one over there, this is actually how the PRD looks like, right? So we have actually task 1, 2, and 3. In this case, we have only 3 tasks. And basically what I'm saying is create a package.Johnson, create an hello module, and then add the test over there. And that's basically how the story looks like. That's actually what I meant by a story when I say story over there, right? So okay, let's see from there. Okay, that seems to be okay now. We're gonna actually push this to Git. So if I clear this and now I do LL, still not, okay, that's fine. I had as well the question, is it actually token, is it actually token energivore? Like, is it actually consuming a lot of your token basically? And not always. Like I haven't actually come up to okay, so we have the PRD that's being created now. Right. Okay. So you see I have actually 6 story over there. Based on my PRD, create an entire, okay, let's give this a try. Okay. Not sure who's actually. I don't know if I have actually people watching, but I hope this is actually interesting. This is the whole, like, this is the current way of developing application now as we speak, in my opinion. It's just like a matter of like prompting and say, hey, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. Understand the logic of the code, but you don't have to actually do the code yourself. You don't have to code and type whatever. It's actually way better. All right, so I have this PRD. So if I do this, right, let me actually do loop ship. What am I running now? If you provide a PRD file, it will automatically generate a PRD Johnson. Okay, that's good, right? So, okay, so this is fine. Loop ship is actually updated now. What I can do is I can actually go ahead and basically simply just pull out. So if I do a cat prd.johnson, you'll see from there, this is actually how the story looks like, okay? So we create a branch called, in this case actually, Snake Game Electron. And the description is an Electron desktop application for playing Snake Game with high score tracking and a leaderboard functionality, right? All I have to do now that I have actually the PRD that's been generated using actually, and again, I credit all those people over there from actually Ryan. Ryan is actually the guys under AMP. AMP is actually an agent, CLI agent, basically, AMP code, where basically I'm going through over there. Let me actually open this. Right. Basically, I'm just going to go through loop ship. So if I do this, now that I have the prd.johnson, right, I can just actually now have loop ship run. What I can do actually -- max iteration, and I can change this to 15, and I can do as well -- UI, right, which will actually open the UI for me. If I run this, max iteration with a S, maybe, yeah, over there. So what's happening here is that now I have actually loop ship running. I have actually an agent Claude. I'm using actually Claude code with a max iteration of 15. And then we actually have, and we open this using this port. So if I open this over here, so if I do this, that's supposed to work. If I do this, all right, I can then see what's going on, what's happening under the hood. Maybe I have actually connection refused though. Let's see. This is supposed to also provide some feedback on how what's happening here. So we'll see from there. We might not actually be able to see much because don't believe I can do. I have actually an update required. That's actually interesting. I didn't define the port though. Maybe that's actually the main issue. UI server. Let me check quickly. 71, 73, 72. No. So we're gonna have to actually, I guess we're gonna have to wait. 51, 72, 73, no. Right, and then over here, yeah, this is actually running, but that's actually not how I want to run. All right, we'll see how it goes. Basically, we are now having actually the Electron app, and we can try to actually go and find out where we stand. If I go to dev, cd dev, if I do cd loop ship, loop demo, right, as you see here, I have actually we're gonna see the folders growing basically. I'm also using, you might not be able to see this, I don't have an option to see me actually quit Notion. Can I actually get some more over here? You see, I have actually my session. I'm using token as we speak right now. I can see my token, like I have actually basically my reset happening in one day, my weekly reset. And basically here I have actually 77% left on this session. This actually refresh every 2 minutes. But we're gonna see actually more information going on over here, right? We're gonna also have, if I go there to I can do cat to progress, right? So this will actually run every time we finish a story. This is gonna go and actually keep we can see actually loop ship progress potentially, right? We see story 1 is done, basically, right? We verify everything. We now go to story 2, which is gonna actually implement this. I could have actually run this into a verbose mode, which I should have done this, but I did not. But anyway, so you see, story 1 pass. This took actually 5 minutes, a little less than 5 minutes basically. But as you see here, again, the loop is actually going over there. My token is being consumed, and the whole idea would be to actually have an Electron Snake game that I can play live on the stream. We are actually 27 minutes in. And Enzo, are you French? Yes, I'm French. I'm actually Belgium. I'm speaking French. I'm actually Belgium. But thank you. I hope you have a good evening wherever you are in the world. The whole idea of the max iteration, though, is that like that's the whole idea of the system. Is that like if I'm looking into this, right? Story 1, set up an Electron application structure completed, right? What was implemented? We created an Electron application. Again, I never worked with an Electron application before, but you see I'm keeping track of the progress over there. I was supposed to show you the UI though, but bonne soirée. Bonne soirée à toi, du coup. Okay, so here's this. Jesus fuck. Is it done? Okay, let me see from there. I just like to see okay, so this is good. Can I play this? No, I cannot yet. Oh, I can actually. Obviously, a snake game is actually a little it's a little easy. I'm not gonna lie, but of course, in 27 minutes, while I speak about the principle, I can't really build something. I can't really build an entire SaaS, right? But you get the idea. Basically, the loop would actually allow you to run for hours. You literally have no limits because the loop has a max iteration of 25 by default, right? But it keeps running basically, and that's actually what makes it so easy. It's it's ridiculously easy to run, and the loop is actually incredible. So definitely that's a game changer in terms of actually development. Like you can ship an entire refactory. Like the guys who invented the loop, Geoffrey, decided to compile and create his own language, like a vibe coded language, using actually Ralph for 3 months in a row. Like Ralph was running for 3 months and has actually kept running. The new trend in Claude is amazing, Enzo. Like really, it is amazing. The amount of actually new application I'm shipping is fascinating. 100%. Like, I don't know. Right now, I just built an Electron application. Again, this took 200 seconds. It is actually very, like, the way I understand. I feel end of 2025 was actually very, very strong in the AI space, 100%. But end of 2025, starting November, I've seen a shift. Like I've seen like, we were actually hitting a plateau at one point. We're kind of like stagnant at one point. But then actually Cloud Code become available, the CLI, and now everybody is actually enabling CLI. And that's a game changer. It is incredible. I don't know, like we just made an Electron app. Okay, Snake game. Yes, I get the point. It's an easy app, right? But still, like without me telling something, I actually vibe it. I use actually Super Whisper to make a PRD, generate a PRD.json file that actually creates story. Then I'm passing to Cloud Code, and now actually I have an actually system that's actually building the application for me without actually doing anything. I'm not touching my keyboard over there. Like that's to me it's fascinating. But yeah. So we can take a look if we wanted to quickly as well. We can take a look over there. Let me actually do a clear over here. So basically what we've done, story 2 is done. We implemented the core snake game mechanic, completed. Created a comprehensive snake class with a full game statement, implemented dual keyboard control scheme, arrow key and WASD. I didn't mention that, but that's actually that's really good. The fact that the system understands, hey, you're gonna use actually WASD for moving. I'm on QWERTY keyboard over there. So here again, launching story 3, we want to make it polish. So if I go here, we see how we have some kind of animation. Which is not too bad. Okay, game over is okay, and we have actually a game over. That's yeah. Was a really cool thinking model MCP, true agenting and relay. Yes, I agree. The system is actually, I don't know if you see what's happening here. The system is literally taking a screenshot of the application right now. As you see, I'm not doing nothing. Trust me, I'm not doing nothing. It's amazing. I did. I'll show you. Okay. So I built this. Back at a time. It's no longer working over there, Enzo, if you are interested. But I built IconGen. was back in 2023 or 2024, I guess. This was doing actually icon generation using actually DALL-E 2. We're not speaking about Nano Banana. We're not speaking about DALL-E 3. We're speaking about GPT 3.5. So GPT 3.5 auto-completion, the Copilot. I don't know if you recall, or I don't know if you knew about the Copilot thingy, where Copilot was helping you on VS Code for auto-completion. This was actually already a game changer. This is what came out. I created this back at the time, right? But compare IconGen to what you can actually now build, that's actually that's completely different. But let's see. So we are now actually adding some game effect, 100%. Yes, I can confirm. We have actually the game effect over there. Let me actually do this over here. Let me move this over there. You know what? I want to continue. Actually, I want to see. Okay, game over. That worked. Okay, fine. Yeah, and it was really different. Yeah, okay. What are you? Another world. Yes, I agree. What are you working on, Enzo? What is your use actually? What is your use case for AI? What are you doing with AI? If you don't mind me asking. Okay, so we're doing a high score tracking. We are 34 minutes in, and I spent like a good 20 minutes explaining actually Loopsheep over there. So. Kind of interesting at the speed. If I look into my token consumption, I'm not using too much over there, but that's okay. I run AI automation agency for almost 3 years. Oh, nice. Okay, I do the same. Actually. You work a lot on NA8, yes. Actually, I'm NA8, and I'm not flexing, and so I'm just giving you some. I think this is the first time we actually meet each other. So nice to meet you. But I actually am a NA8 ambassador, NA8 ambassador and NA8 vetted expert. I passed the NA8 certification in December, actually. But yeah, a lot of stuff happening under the hood with actually NA8. Fully agree on this. Let me show you. Nice to meet you too. Okay, cool. Yes. Lot of stuff happening on the NA8 side as well. I went to Berlin in November to meet with actually meeting the team, and a lot of folks over there happening with the V2 that was actually supposed to be released, or that's been released actually a couple of weeks ago. This was actually interesting to see. The animation is not is a little clumsy. I'm not gonna lie, but okay, fair enough. It's an animation. It's a snake for sure. It's just the particle is actually. I wonder if we could actually make, like, imagine if we could actually make I'm not a. Okay, we have the high score now implemented. That's good. That's cool. I wonder if we could actually make a WebSocket game. Imagine if we would do this. Like, again, I'm not a huge gamer, basically, but I like to play some game from time to time. Imagine we make I don't know, I'm a huge Factorio fan. Imagine you make a Factorio WebSocket multiplayer game. Would actually be interesting. Fully vibe coded. That actually would actually be interesting over there. But yeah. Again, I can actually continue. It's too bad I cannot show you the UI. Cannot show you the UI. That's actually really sad. Let me actually do this. Yeah, I'm gonna push this to GitHub over there. Yeah, it would be cool. Yeah, I agree. If you wanna learn more on this as well, just FYI, this is actually the link of the repo. It's actually publicly available. Of course, it's actually open source. And basically, if you look into the CLI, CLI.js, you'll see how that works under the hood. That's actually very interesting. I'm pushing a quick update, and then we continue. So far, we've been, I haven't actually touched nothing. Haven't touched nothing over there. We've been actually spending, so if I do, we spend 600, okay, that's actually 675. We spend actually 11 minutes so far on this app. Do you use Claude Code in NA8? You mean, am I actually building my workflow with Claude Code? I'm actually using a lot Claude Code for the code nodes, but nothing like I'm not asking. I feel I'm spending much more time having to debug whatever Claude Code come up with than me coming with the logic and telling Claude Code, hey, I want you to do this and this and this. I use a lot of code nodes on my workflow, but I obviously use actually Claude for some of the code over there, but otherwise I don't. I've tried before, I didn't like it much. Although I have actually, I'll show you as well. I have an NA8 instance. Sign in. Me sign in over there. I'll show you. Okay, let me log in there. All right. So let me go here. All right, almost there. Boom, boom. Okay. Sorry, I have actually a lot of NA8 instance that I have to log into. But here, if I show you that, when you create a workflow over there, and you want to ask NA8 AI, That's been actually this has been trained. This has been trained on NA documentation. You have actually 150 months. Like this is actually if you run like I have both instances. I have actually self-hosted NA8 and I have actually the cloud version as well. Basically, I on the cloud version you can actually run 150. You have actually 150 execution monthly of the AI beta. Basically, if you want like to build something over there. I tried, but didn't like it. He didn't like it, yeah. Also back then release, but it was kind of mid. Yes, I agree. I didn't like it neither. An API builder, yeah. I've tried all this as well. I didn't like it much. I tried the MCP. I tried giving access to my API. So MCP to my self-hosted API for it to test and confirm that everything was working fine. But somehow I didn't manage to get it working. So I feel I'm spending much more time to actually have to tell the logic and say, hey, I want you to use this or use HTTP node or do XYZ, than actually just doing it myself. The only option I'm using for Claude with actually NA8 is actually either I have actually, for example, I use a lot of AP5 for my client. And so basically I use code nodes, the code node over there. Jesus, that's amazing actually. So the leaderboard is working. Okay, that's actually it's not bad. Oh yeah, 100%. That's for sure. That's working. Like I've done this before with the loop. So I've been working. So I have my with an 8 workflow. With an 8 workflow. You might need to give him some context though. Like the point is, Ralph Loop is extremely good if you actually have an actual feature that doesn't require human judgment. Like for example, if you ask Ralph Loop to say, build me an amazing SaaS landing page, chances are the result's not gonna be there because you don't give him context. Now, if you tell him, hey, I like the linear.com website, I want you to build something, like I want you to build something similar, then, like for example, I'll take an example. Another example. Get Bifrost. All right, a website that I actually really like a lot, Bifrost, which is actually which is basically an open source program or an open source application that actually it's an LLM gateway, meaning that like it acts as a proxy between Anthropic or GPT or Codex or whatever your LLM model is, and actually just intercept the request, and then you allow to see the response as well, and you can actually judge if your prompt is good and stuff like this. So that's actually very nice. I really like the website. The website is amazing. It's an amazing framework website over there. If you go and say, build me a similar website with Ralph Loop, that's not gonna work properly. Now, if you go analyze the templates, like over there, like you go through Claude Code and say, hey, analyze this website, give me the pattern, give me the colors, give me the hero section, how they build those animation and stuff like this, and then pass this on to your PRD, Ralph Loop will actually do good, because Loopship, for example, like the one that I'm actually testing as we speak, like the one that I've built around, has actually, I'm using actually dev browser on top. I'll show you here. So basically I'm going here. I have actually dev browser from Sawyer, which actually allow you to have or give actually your AI agent like a playwright, but it's not playwright. It's a little simpler than playwright. And this this would actually be extremely powerful. I went through the whole idea, and this is what I've explained. I have actually my very small group, AIAutomationGuild.com. Basically, that's the group where I'm actually having a weekly call with the group, and this is the reason why I'm on live today, is because no one joined the group, no one joined the call. That's why I decided to make a YouTube live video quickly to showcase Loopship basically. But ultimately speaking, this is what I said to them. I say, hey, now you need to actually go and give a lot of context with Ralph. Like, the more context you gave, the less chance Ralph will fail. Because if you need to have a human input, say, yes, the design is good, chances are Ralph loop is not the way to go. Now, if you say to Ralph, and I'm speaking about your use case for NA8, and say, hey, I want you to build something similar to this, or implement this with actually database, and if you ask and you say Supabase implementation, the system will know, like Claude Code will understand this. Potentially may not be understanding properly NA8. That's why we have to give actually some tests or some context actually over there. But definitely that would work. That would actually be something I suggest to test. Me actually test on the wrong side. All right, I need to go this over here. All right, so do I have a leaderboard? I have actually persistent leaderboard though. That's good. I can actually play the game. I have actually some nice. I wonder if I should actually try to say, hey, I want you to generate some gaming effect, some sound effect. So we are now actually creating the UI, which I can see the UI over there. This is a snake. This is a snake icon. This is good. That's actually interesting. And if you see, I only burn 10% of my session, right? Yeah. Every time few people join, yes, I agree. I have actually a hard time. I don't know what I'm gonna do for 2026. And so we should definitely stay in touch. It was very nice to have a discussion with you. But I agree. I think we have a school fatigue. A lot of people has actually school fatigue as we speak. Only few made it to be actually so successful. And so yeah, it's very difficult for people to interact on a smaller group, which is actually a little sad. But hey, all right. Okay, so we have actually a slide issue over here. Maybe we need to resize this a bit. I have a pause. Okay, that's good. Yeah, you can contact me on LinkedIn, or you can actually contact me on Twitter. I don't know if you have Twitter over there, but definitely it was good. You just have to test the loop, the Ralph loop. Really, I don't know if you are on Windows, if you are on Mac. I don't know exactly what is your setup. I have I'm actually watching this way because I have my AI server. When I say my AI server, I have I have actually 5 graphic cards to run actually local LLM. Are you on Mac? Okay, good. Ultimately speaking, just give this a try. Open this Loopship or whatever you have. There is plenty of GitHub that has actually now implementing Ralph. Actually, you just need to give it a try. My opinion. It's fascinating to be like, I've been obsessed. I have actually one of the group that were asking me, say, Quentin, how do I use as much token as possible? Like, do we have continuous development working? And my answer is no, absolutely not. And this was 3 weeks ago. And then I started to jump into the rabbit hole, and that's it. Like, it was actually a game changer. I discovered the Ralph loop, and then it's fascinating to be going to sleep knowing that the server is actually your laptop or your server is actually running and burning token while actually creating feature of the application. That's fascinating. Yeah, I run locally. Yeah, I also run locally as we speak, or I'm trying to run locally. I haven't actually find so my end setup would be actually 8 graphic cards. I have 5, so I'm still waiting for 3 more. But basically, I would love to run this locally speaking, like having Claude codes. Having actually like my dream setup would be Claude code orchestration that will then actually run and call my local model, which is going to be like GLM or Minmax potentially, and then actually feed this back to Claude, and then Claude decide, yes, this is good, now this is bad, and go back again. So basically, I can touch grass. I can touch grass, spend time with the wife, and enjoy enjoy the time. But there you go. We have a snake game, guys. Don't ask me how do I run this. I don't know. I don't even know actually how I'm running the game. But basically, 26 minutes in. That's amazing. 26 minutes. I didn't steer nothing. I didn't have any discussion. I didn't have a chat. I didn't have say no, this is good, no, this is bad. This is half. That's amazing, and it actually spent 6 iteration. Not a lot of token burn, you know. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. That's all I had. Enzo, I'm waiting for your DM. I'm waiting for your DM. But thank you for spending almost an hour together. I appreciate it very much. I hope to do actually. I would love to do more stream at one point and just go along and discover from there. But thank you very much, Enzo, for sticking till the end. I hope this gives you the hitch to actually try and discover Half Loop. And bien sûr, merci. En plus, j'étais plus que le seul sur le stream. Donc, du coup, merci à toi, Enzo, pour avoir resté jusqu'à la fin. Et j'espère que ça t'a donné envie de comprendre et d'essayer la Half Loop. Voilà. Yes. Thank you very much. Merci, Enzo. Et à la prochaine. Salut, salut.